Rangers' summer rebuild could be about to take another fascinating twist, with Derek McInnes reportedly looking to reunite with one of the players he knows better than most. After already bringing Lawrence Shankland to Ibrox, could another key figure from Hearts now be set to make the same journey? Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Cammy Devlin has officially left Hearts after the Scottish Premiership side confirmed his departure today. The Australian international rejected the club's contract offer, allowing his 5-year spell in Edinburgh to come to an end and making him one of the most attractive free agents currently available. According to Sky Sports News, Rangers have now emerged as serious contenders for the 28-year-old midfielder. Devlin enjoyed one of his strongest seasons under Derek McInnes at Tynecastle, and it appears that relationship could now be reignited at Ibrox. The prospect certainly makes sense. McInnes knows exactly what Devlin brings to a team: relentless energy, aggression in midfield, and the work rate needed to drive a side forward. Those qualities made him a standout performer for Hearts last season, and Rangers could now be looking to add that intensity to their own engine room. It would also continue a growing trend this summer. Lawrence Shankland has already swapped Hearts for Rangers, and Devlin could now become the second player to follow McInnes across the M8. That familiarity could make any transition significantly smoother as Rangers continue reshaping their squad ahead of the new campaign. Sky Sports News also reports that Rangers remain active in the midfield market, with negotiations continuing for Tromsø midfielder Jens Hjertedal and Partizan Belgrade captain Vanja Dragojevic. That suggests McInnes is determined to strengthen the centre of the park, whether through experience, youth, or perhaps a combination of both. So far, Rangers have already completed 5 summer signings, bringing in Ross McCrory, Ivan Pandor, Ben Godfrey, Dan Neil, and Lawrence Shankland. However, Devlin's availability on a free transfer presents a different kind of opportunity, one that carries very little financial risk, but could add proven Premiership quality and a player the manager already trusts. The big question now is whether Rangers will move quickly to secure his signature before other clubs enter the race. With Devlin officially a free agent and McInnes fully aware of what he can offer, this is certainly a transfer story worth keeping a very close eye on over the coming days. In other news, what started as a long-term project could now become one of the biggest transfer stories of Rangers summer. When Yousef Chamiti arrived at Ibrox, there were plenty of questions. Why spend big money on a striker who had barely featured at Everton? Why invest in potential instead of proven goals? Fast forward just one season, and those doubts have almost completely disappeared. Now, with Europe's interest growing rapidly, Rangers could soon face a major decision over one of their most valuable assets. Chamiti enjoyed a breakthrough campaign, scoring 15 goals across all competitions and delivering when it mattered most. Memorable strikes against both Hearts and Celtic elevated his reputation, while his overall performances showed exactly why Rangers believed he was worth the investment. Instead of being viewed as a raw prospect, he's now regarded as one of the most exciting young forwards in Scottish football. That rise has brought inevitable attention. Several clubs across Europe are now monitoring the Portuguese striker, with French giants Lyon among the sides credited with serious interest. Reports also suggest that they're far from alone, as multiple European clubs are keeping a close eye on Chamiti's situation ahead of the remainder of the transfer window. But here's where things get really interesting. Months ago, Rangers chairman Andrew Kavanagh made a statement that many supporters laughed off. He insisted the club would eventually receive £30 million for Chamiti, despite the striker not even being an established first-team player when Rangers signed him. At the time, it sounded incredibly ambitious. Now, that prediction suddenly doesn't seem so far-fetched. Stephen Clifford has revealed that he personally questioned Kavanagh about the transfer strategy during a supporters meeting, asking why Rangers had invested so heavily in a player who wasn't starting regularly at Everton. According to Clifford, Kavanagh never hesitated. He confidently explained that Chamiti possessed every physical and technical attribute needed to become an elite striker, stressing that Rangers weren't buying him for instant success, but for what he could become over the next few seasons. Looking back now, those comments appear remarkably accurate. Chamiti's development has accelerated dramatically. Hat-tricks, big game performances, and increasing consistency have completely transformed perceptions of the Portuguese forward. Instead of discussing whether he was worth the initial investment, the conversation has shifted towards just how high his ceiling really is. Clifford now believes Kavanagh's £30 million valuation is no longer an optimistic prediction, it's becoming a realistic benchmark. He also believes Chamiti still has another level to reach. If the striker can add even greater consistency in front of goal, there's every reason to believe he could become a 25 goal per season striker, especially with the quality around him continuing to improve under Derek McInnes. Of course, admiration alone doesn't complete transfers. While Lyon remain interested, Rangers are standing firm over their valuation. The hierarchy are reportedly unwilling to entertain offers below £25 million, and that stance has already proved to be a stumbling block for interested clubs. So far, no bid has exceeded the £20 million mark. Perhaps even more encouraging for Rangers supporters is Chamiti's own stance. Despite growing interest from across Europe, there has been no indication that the striker is looking to force a move away from Ibrox. By all accounts, he's happy to continue his development in Glasgow, leaving Rangers in a position of real strength during negotiations. That means the club holds virtually all the cards. They aren't under pressure to sell, the player isn't pushing for an exit, and with multiple clubs monitoring the situation, Rangers can afford to wait and see whether someone is prepared to meet their asking price. Whether that happens this summer remains to be seen. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.